You can get the Steam Deck for your face right now. This video is sponsored by Rokid, and just in time for Black Friday, they're offering a very special deal on the Rokid Max2 AR glasses and Rokid Station 2 pack. So if you've had your eye on a portable AR setup, now's the time to jump in. The Rokid pack comes with two pieces. The first part of it is the Max2 glasses, and the second part of it is the Station 2. The glasses are awesome. They're super lightweight at 75 grams, which you barely feel on your face, and they also are super comfortable thanks to their air cushion nose pads. And man, the lenses that these things have are excellent. They're 1080p per eye. They get up to 600 nits of brightness, which is really bright if you've never tried these out before. And the thing that's made them excellent for using with my Steam Deck is the fact that they're 16 by 10. You don't see that all that often, but they'll also work well with your phone or your Nintendo Switch 2 if you've got one of those. They also have myopia adjusters that go down to -6D, and that's just a fancy way of saying you can dial in the focus to make them look absolutely crystal clear. And if you need prescription lenses in real life, you'll be able to use these without them, which is a killer feature. Like, honestly, that is extremely cool. If you have a nice pair of headphones, you can connect those just fine to these glasses, but the built-in directional speakers, in my opinion at least, sound great. Like, I defaulted to those, and I have some really nice headphones that I thought I was going to use with these, but I never ended up using them. So I really like the glasses standalone, but you can really bring them to the next level if you connect them to the Rokid Station 2. This thing is basically an Android TV that fits into your pocket, and it's not like one of those fits into your pocket in air quote statements. It legitimately fits into your pocket. One cool thing I really liked about the Station is that you can use two different forms of input. One of them is basically using it like a laser pointer, and that works great, but my preferred method was using the sort of touchpad on top of it. You hold it in your hand like a phone and drag your thumb around this touchpad, and it's one-to-one on the screen in front of you, so you don't have to look down to see where you're moving the pointer. It's really intuitive because Android TV kind of feels like it was made for a touchscreen, so you move the pointer around the screen, you tap on what you want, and to scroll, you just tap and hold your thumb for a second and scroll it up and down. I didn't have to use a guide or anything. I just intuitively knew how to use it, so I think this is a huge improvement over their past software. It's also kind of crazy how much power it puts out for how small it is. Like, they fit a battery, RAM, a processor all inside of it. It stayed really cool in my pocket, and you know, it's sweet that you can just pull it out, do what you need to do, and then when you're done and you want to kick back and watch some content, you just throw it in your back pocket and kind of forget about it. It's pretty powerful because it's powered by a Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 processor, and it supports the Google Play Store, so stuff like YouTube TV, HBO Max, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix, all of that is going to work just fine on these glasses with the Rokid Station 2. That processor is great because it's super strong, it's super snappy, and it's strong enough to allow you to run up to 3 windows at the same time. In the past, I've had issues with eye strain when it comes to devices that keep the screen this close to your face, but with these glasses, I never once had issues with eye strain. I don't know how they're doing it, but I used them for hours and my eyes felt completely fine. I didn't get that dry eye feeling after I was done using them. You can also resize them freely, which I've never really done before. I really like the ultra wide setting, but you also have wide and narrow options as well. But the real game changer for me was giant screen mode. It essentially puts a 300-inch screen in front of you that looks super sharp. I've never experienced anything like that, and it honestly blew my mind a little bit. The possibilities that come along with having a screen that looks that big cannot be understated, man. Like, you can edit, you can play games, you can watch movies, anything you want to do is benefited by a 300-inch screen. But speaking of playing games, this is where the Rokid really shines and is most relevant to me, and I think you if you're watching this channel. I set up both Steam Link and Moonlight and connected directly to my PC and my Steam Deck, and both worked absolutely fine. You guys know I love to criticize the latency that comes along with streaming, but I was really impressed with both my Steam Deck streaming capabilities and my main PCs. I literally had no issues. And again, I don't want to oversell the giant screen mode, but I really like the giant screen mode, especially for gaming. It looks like you're sitting in a movie theater, so playing a game like Arc Raiders, where it actually benefits you to be able to see into the distance, I felt like I was playing better using these AR glasses and having the screen look like it was 300 inches. You can also connect the glasses directly to your Steam Deck, your Switch 2, or your phone, so no matter what device you have or no matter where you are, you're going to get a better experience if you use these glasses. And when you're using the Station, you can connect your controllers directly to it over Bluetooth, so there's no issue there. You just throw one in your bag and you're good to go. I wish I had these glasses for the trip I just took down to Florida because I hate flying, but the idea of just throwing these things on and watching a movie on them would make me immediately forget I was on a plane, so that's a great use case for them. It's also great for multitasking. You could open up a browser on the left window, you could put the Play Store in the middle and have the YouTube app on the right, all working simultaneously at the same time, and that processor keeps them running great. I mentioned the screen resolution is great, but if you need the text to be a little bit bigger in an article or something like that, there's a reading mode that makes the window bigger so it's easier to read. And there's even a sport mode, which moves the screen with your head so you never miss a second of whatever you're watching. And I'm sure you're aware there's a few different companies making AR glasses right now, like Vitcher or X-Real, but the Rokid Max2 delivers a visual experience that's as good or better than the competition. And on top of that, you get better comfort and more flexibility, so it's a win-win all the way around. So I mentioned earlier that the Rokid glasses come in at just 75 grams, and I know you don't have any context for that, so I'll give you some. The Apple Vision Pros come in at 600 grams, and one of the chief complaints with that headset is that it feels way too heavy on your head and causes neck strain after a while. I have never once experienced neck strain with these glasses, and they're the first ones I've tried where you can legitimately forget you're wearing a screen over your face when you use them, which is amazing. Another game I play on the Steam Deck a lot is The Finals. It's one of my favorite multiplayer games. I obviously do better on my main PC with a keyboard and mouse than I do on the Steam Deck, but there's non-competitive modes that I can play and do a good job in on the deck. I'm not like terrible with it, but the small screen definitely gets in the way once in a while. Like I just can't see what's going on sometimes and I get killed because of it. So I plug the Rokid glasses directly into the Steam Deck. The screen pops right up and I just did a lot better because I could see the entire field of vision directly in front of my face versus the small section of the screen I was focusing on before when I was playing on the Steam Deck smaller screen. So that was excellent. Since we're talking about bang for your buck and comparing it to more expensive headsets, I think it's worth reiterating that you don't have to pay for prescription inserts if you wear glasses. I don't wear glasses, but out of the box, it was right there, like 99% in focus. And then I gave the adjusters just a little bit of a micro turn, and watching it go from just slightly out of focus to perfect crystal clarity made me a believer in this technology. I absolutely love it. And if you're looking at something insanely expensive like the Apple Vision Pro, you're going to be stoked to find out you get a lot of the same immersive features with the Rokid setup. Stuff like triple screen multitasking, smooth 3D visuals, spatial audio, it's all there with Rokid for a fraction of the price. Rokid is not the new kid on the block by any stretch of the word. They've been leading the charge with AR innovation for over 5 years. And the Max 2 plus Station 2 combo really shows how far this technology has come. From gaming to streaming, it's one of the most versatile and easy to use setups I've ever experienced. So if you've been curious about AR glasses, this Black Friday is the perfect time to jump in. Click the link in the description to get the Rokid Max 2 and Station 2 combo at a huge discount while it lasts. Huge shout out once again to Rokid for sponsoring this video and of course giving my Steam Deck a 300-inch upgrade. As always guys, my name is Jimmy Champagne. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and shape on.